Gold is over $4,000 an ounce, and silver just broke $50 for the first time since 2011. Folks, it's a gold rush. But I'll tell you right now, it's just the beginning. For the first time in 50 years, global central banks own more gold than U.S. Treasuries. That's not an accident. That's a vote of no confidence in the U.S. dollar. Today, all three major credit agencies in the United States, Moody's, S&P 500, and Fitch, have now downgraded the U.S. debt. When your outgo exceeds your income, your upkeep becomes your downfall. And that's exactly what's happening in America right now. We've been printing, borrowing, and pretending that it doesn't matter, but the world's calling our bluff. Now let's talk about the real star of this rally, silver. Gold's been hitting all-time highs for months, but silver, it's now just walking up to its all-time high. Silver breaking $50 an ounce is a big deal. We haven't seen it since 2011. It's up over 65% year to date, and this, my friend, is what I call a silver squeeze. Since 2021, we've had a deficit of 678,000 ounces of silver. In other words, we're consuming more silver than the world's producing. And every time that's happened in history, prices didn't just rise, they exploded. Here's what most people don't know. Silver isn't just a precious metal, it's the best conductor of electricity known to man. It's in every solar panel, every EV battery, every AI chip. You can't electrify the future without silver. So while Wall Street chases the latest tech bubble, the real technology metal is silver, and it's quietly powering it all. Here's what blows my mind. Gold mining stocks are up over 100% year to date, but they're actually cheaper than they were in the beginning of the year. Why? Because earnings are rising faster than the share prices are. And so investors still don't get it. Traditional 60-40 portfolios of stocks and bonds have zero allocation to metal miners. And so that's a massive mistake, but the smart money is starting to catch on. There's a couple of ways to play it. You can invest in individual ounces of silver like this, or you could invest in metal miners through indexes or individual companies. I personally lean towards North America, given the drill baby drill reality of where we are today. These are the picks and shovel moves of the next great wealth cycle. And here's where it all comes together. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act 2.0, which also known as the Big Beautiful Bill, has created the single greatest opportunity in our adult lifetimes to reduce or eliminate taxes on our retirement assets. That window closes in 2026, but it's now been extended a few more years through President Trump, which means now is the time to get positioned, to move your money into the right tax buckets, to own the right assets, and to set yourself up for long-term after-tax wealth. We call it tax diversification. So if you've got a financial plan that does not include this discussion, you need to have a real conversation with a real advisor. This coin is a $1 silver eagle. When it was minted, it was worth $1. In fact, it could be exchanged for $1 in a bill. But today, this coin's worth $50. And yet you could still technically spend it at a grocery store for a candy bar. That tells you everything that you need to know about the destruction of our purchasing power and the debasement of our money. Every move central banks are making right now confirms that this coin already knows. Rock beats paper. But gold's not done. Silver's not done. This is a repricing of trust in paper money. It's what's happening every time that people lose faith in their government and their currency. So yes, it's a gold rush, but more importantly, it's a wake-up call. This isn't a time to be asleep. It's a time to get positioned strategically, intelligently, but with the focus on building generational wealth that weathers whatever comes next. History may be repeating itself, but as I always say, everyone's looking for confidence, clarity, and control in their retirement planning process. I don't know what happens this time, but the reality is that you have an opportunity to write the ending of your story. If you find this helpful, share it, tag someone who needs to hear it, and start the conversation. America's still the land of opportunity, but you've got to see it clearly, act boldly, and prosper greatly. This is David Stryzewski helping you ride bulls and tame bears and prepare for America's next great wealth cycle. We look forward to seeing you next time.